Hey everyone, I'm Rara, and welcome to my first ever Let's Play of Pikmin. Now, I feel this game often is pretty overshadowed for the GameCube game era. There's many classics, Luigi's Mansion, Super Mario Sunshine, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, all them good boys. But Pikmin is sort of a black sheep of the GameCube era. It just doesn't get enough recognition as is. So I feel like I want to start with this beloved franchise and maybe put some more eyes on it. So here we are, we have our save file 3. I've played a lot of Pikmin in the past, and although I'm certainly probably not as good as I once was, I was fairly good at it, so I'll be placing a few restrictions on myself for this playthrough to make things a little more interesting for you. For you viewers who may have already seen a playthrough or two, or have done one yourself, and, have already optimized this game to all hell. So let's just pick a new file. The impact site. My name is Captain Olimar. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I woke on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone. I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin, by then? No. Better not to think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. Yeah, so here we are. Captain Olimar. I'm a funny little dude with a big old jolly Santa nose. I don't really know what this close-up forced perspective is. It's been a minute for me. I apologize. I'm gonna have to reacquaint myself with the controls real quickly. But yeah, no. We're just gonna walk around. Oh? Now what could be this thing? Now, I'm sure you already know either the basic premise or a few things about Pikmin itself. So I won't be like, whoa, oh my god, holy crap, what is this for this game that's like 2 decades old, I'm almost certain that most people have plenty of spoilers, but for those who don't, I'm gonna try not to spoil things to the best of my ability. A strange thing has appeared before me. I had barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I should call this an onion too. Very creative. Alright, now we have an actual zoomed out camera. You love to see it. Oh? The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light and it sways back and forth without benefit of the wind. I cannot help but think it is calling to me. I am compelled. I must approach it and press A. Alright, I mean, if that's what you are so compelled to do. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned out to be a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no visible damage, it just stands there, staring at me. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I should call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on a toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall try and grab it and throw it with A, and I'll call it to my side with B. Perhaps it will react to C and X as well. The following viewpoints appear to allow me several... words are fun. Change angles with buttons. I must have... The following controls appear to allow me several viewpoints. L to rotate, R to zoom in, Z to change angle, POG. I must survive. I need to familiarize myself with these controls and my surroundings. Oh no, not this again. Okay, there we go. So Z allows you to go from like up and down perspective to the longer traditional third person perspective. Yeah. Okay, so basic controls, B is to call Pikmin with your whistle. That's gonna be very useful. And you throw Pikmin, in which they become unusable, and they just kind of sit there unless they're on like a task or something they can interact with. But like I said, you call them back. Oh no. What does this Pikmin think of me? I must observe its reactions. The more things I try, the more reactions I can catalog. I shall attempt to grab and throw it with A, and call it to my side with B. Wait, what? Why is that happening? Right, maybe because it wanted me to get the controls down. But yeah, you throw Pikmin with A, but you can hold them to like prepare a Pikmin. Which is very different from just randomly throwing them. This Pikmin has more control for where it's gonna go when you hold it. I guess. It's not something that you need to use too often, and I kind of forget it's there sometimes. It's a lot more useful in Pikmin 2 and 3. Oh, spoilers, there are sequels, but yeah. Not incredibly useful for this game. Now, the C command, I won't really show it here because we only have one of the Pikmin, but to grow our population, you gotta bring over these little doodads to the onion. And oh wow, 2 more seeds have sprung. I've got your seed right here, if you know what I'm saying. Astonishing, the onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Yeah, needless to say. So what I have on me right now is a leaf Pikmin. Leaf Pikmin are the weakest kind of Pikmin, but if you actually leave them in the ground, they can become stronger by evolving into a bud Pikmin, and then eventually a flower Pikmin. And flower Pikmin, bud Pikmin, they're faster, they're stronger than regular. So it can often be advised to leave, if you have excess amounts of Pikmin, to just start leaving them on the ground to build a stronger army. Now, I won't be doing that on day 1, even though I could totally abuse this and do that. I'll just send my 2 onto this little bottle cap. And it should be noted that these bottle caps are called pellet posies. Why should that be noted? Because terminology's fun, right? Okay, and then it sprouts 2 more, and as you can see, we're quickly amassing a little army of fellows. And I'm playing Pikmin on a big old plasma TV, which I feel is a little interesting. You can really see all the gross detail that they probably didn't want you viewing, Now, how do I turn the camera behind me? There we go. So you're just going to want to go around building up your Pikmin numbers to start off the day. As you can see, there is no time limit, so we're free to do what we want. And you can muck about, you can let your Pikmin stay flower Pikmin in the ground. It's just a gentle, relaxing first day as you attempt to figure out what's going on here. Just what the heck is going on with your dolphin? I mean, it's broken, but other than that, what? What is it thinking? What is it feeling? Everyone always asks, why... Everyone always says the dolphin is broken, but they never stop to think, why is the dolphin broken? And you might be saying to yourself, well, rah-rah. It broke in the atmosphere when it got hit by the meteor, but I didn't... To which I would say, You know, I wasn't thinking far ahead in this joke, so I don't really have a thing for that, but shush. You're judging me, and I feel it, and I feel uncomfortable now. Why would you do this to me? You know that I have social anxiety. Bro, what the fuck? Anyways, in further unfunny ventures, let's just get this other pellet posing and get our numbers up to a nice 12. Because, you know, nothing screams adventure rather than an even number of 12. Even though this box says 10 on it, and we can clearly push this box right now. But you know what? I'm gonna maximize my adventure. I'm gonna have peak efficiency here, baby. We'll have none of that 10 BS. And if memory serves, there actually is more pellets, but oh yeah, baby, let's get it. One more 1 pellet awaits. And as you can see, only one Pikmin, or 2 Pikmin can carry a 1 pellet at once. At 1, so I'm gonna die alone. Is there another one on this side, or no? No, there is not, but there is a fun slope to climb. So, you know, the day is saved. And there you go. Come on, guys. I just wanted to have a little fun. Now, something that you'll notice quite quick in your Pikmin ventures is that the controls for these little dudes aren't impeccable. Also, if you want to mass pluck like I'm doing right now without really like aiming, you can just keep tapping the A button, which is cool. But yeah, the controls for these guys are a little jank. They can often get caught on things and aren't the smartest. And they can trip too, which is fun. But anyways, let's finally move this 10 box and progress. Wait, why are there 3 Pikmin with me, but there's supposed to be 10 on the box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, because there's 11 Pikmin pushing. Somehow we got 11 Pikmin on there rather than 10. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. I shall sum up all I've learned of Pikmin conduct. Yeah, we don't need the recap, buddy. I've beaten this game in like 11 days before, so you could basically call me a god. Ooh, sparkly. Amazing, there's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? Well, let's just have our little pick slaves carry it. Oh, 20, huh? Alright, well, guess we're gonna have to look around a little more. I see a pellet posy right there. Well, we got our cardboard box friend. Up we go, I guess. Now, hold on. What's the... Okay, X is to be mass dismissed if you just don't want them with you. I'm trying to figure out my controls here, though. Right, okay. So if you hold down the C stick, you can sort of corral your Pikmin to be exactly where you want them to. You can, like, rush them into certain places. So I'm just, like, spinning my C stick around, and that's why they're kind of huddling in a circle. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, we're gonna be careful with our numbers here. I don't want to put too many on this 5 pellet. We're just gonna put the 5 required. And then 2 on this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna get these Pikmin numbers up, baby. And 2. And maybe I could have put 1 more down. I think all we're doing for now is, yeah, just those. So there is a wall in the way. I'm gonna delegate this task to this little Pikmin here. But, as you can see, after a few hits he gives up, so clearly that wasn't the case, and you can't punch the wall down either. Which is to say, get wrecked, scrub, come back another day when you are stronger. And to that I say, fine. I can't exactly rebel here now, can I? And let's get it started on a plucking. When many Pikmin seeds sprout at once, I find it rather tedious to pluck them from the ground individually. My wife always told me I was no good at routine tasks. I guess let's try to get it all done at once by repeatedly tapping A until I pick all the Pikmin from the ground. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with bright color. At other times, they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. Yeah, he's just saying, when they're not useful for things, they're not doing anything, they stop glowing bright colors. Which is intriguing to think about. So one of the things that I was talking about when I said I'm going to be imposing restrictions upon myself for this this playthrough is the fact that I won't be allowing myself to plan out my days, so to speak, because in this game, obviously, like you said, you have 30 days to survive, and if you can't do it within that time limit, you die. But most people can beat this game in well under 30 days. I and many others can do it in well under 15, or I think, like I said, I think my record is 11 days. So clearly that's like 19 unused days, and it's just like a walk in the park. But that's with like careful planning and like best route optimizations and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna do any of that for this playthrough. I'm gonna do something a little bit different, and I'm not gonna give you the perfect playthrough. I'm not going to allow myself any restarts either, so if I do royally mess up, I just have to live with it and move on. We have to go to the next day, can't redo anything. But, upon laying down the ground rules and the foundation for this Let's Play, we have now added the engine to the ship. And with that, it Rube Goldbergs itself back to just barely functioning. Somehow. Oh, glorious! With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step back towards home. My ship can again once lift off. I am dyslexic. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly, but what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. So yeah, normally this game has a time limit on each day, so that, the day mechanic actually has some purpose and isn't just for spectacle. However, that being said, this first day, obviously tutorial, you don't gotta worry about the time limit. Like I said, you could literally just let all of your Pikmin become flowers for plucking a single one. That's definitely a strategy if you want to have 25 flower Pikmin before the day's out. But no optimizations, or at least none that I can think of, or none that I have to plan out. Whatever happens while I'm recording, that has happened, and I cannot redo it. Of course, I could lie to you, and I could do, like, an amazing day, and just be like, wow, I can't believe I thought of that on the spot, but I think you'll know. I think you'll know. Anyway, one day since impact, I have somehow managed to launch the dolphin, but I was surprised to see the onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface. Or have they merely decided to join me for other reasons? Either way, it seems they'll help me again tomorrow. The dolphin is missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hakatate. Analysis shows my life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the key to my survival, I name it the Forest of Hope. I explore it tomorrow. Pikmin population, yeah, let's get it. There's a fun little graph, which is cool to keep track of your numbers. You can see how many you sprouted in a day, how many you lost behind, or lost in battle and left behind. I really am just kind of not reading of the good today. Don't worry about it. But I suspect that in this playthrough, more than any other times I've played through the game, my lost in battle count may be a lot higher than before. I'm pretty good at not leaving any Pikmin behind, for the most part, but who knows? If I leave an entire squadron of Pikmin behind on the planet to die, oof, rest in peace. Anyways, we're gonna save, and how I'm gonna be doing these episodes is every day is one episode. So I guess you could say we've concluded the first episode. We're on day 2 now. We're gonna be going to the Forest of Hope. Now, something that may seem a little intriguing is the fact that it says parts in this area and you have 1 out of 2. So you might be thinking, well, I'll just take my 25 red Pikmin and go back here in day 2 and knock that right out of the park. Unfortunately, that would be a complete waste of a day, especially considering you can't actually get that part just yet with only red Pikmin. Oh. Very slight spoiler there, but that is to say, yes, you need to go to the Forest of Hope to truly progress, and this is the first real area of the game, as you can see, where the impact site only has 2 parts and is relatively tiny. The Forest of Hope is massive by comparison, with a whopping 8 ship parts. And oh my gosh, you might be saying, well Rara, 2 plus 8, that only equals 10. I thought there were 30 ship parts in this game. So that I say, well yeah, but there's gonna be more areas, so don't worry about it. Stop saying all these things that you may or may not be saying, that I'm projecting myself onto, to you. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. I think I'm getting a little loopy. Obviously I've been recording for too long, even though it's probably only been 15 minutes. My brain needs a rest, okay? I haven't done a Let's Play in a very long time, since I was much younger. And I kind of forgot how hard it is to think of things to say on the spot. If you have any comments about the first episode or this Let's Play in general, please let me know like what you're thinking. Any feedback would be very appreciated. I'm trying to get back into the whole video creation process, which I haven't really done since I was a teenager. So this is all like a new venture for me, or an old venture repainted new, whatever you want to call it. That being said, I'm very excited to get this new journey going with Pikmin. I really love the franchise, and I can't wait to share it with you all, especially for people who haven't really experienced the game before. And with that, I have been Rara, and I'll catch you on the next exciting episode of Pikmin. Stay tuned.